today we're going to be talking about one of the most anticipated Tamil films this year or even in the past few years. Now, if you're a Tamilian, you are very familiar with the phrase Valimai update, please. And joining me today is to talk about those two words, Huma Queshi. Hi, Huma.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad that we can finally talk about this. I have asked you about Valimai earlier, and you told me we can't talk about it right now. Now the day has come to talk about it.
The day is here, it's finally here. So ask away.
So now it's finally confirmed. You are the Valimai heroine.
Yes, I didn't want to talk about it too early on because we didn't want to like give out too much information. I feel like it's not right. I think release का अपना एक charm होता है, theatrical release का. तो film when it's just about to release, I think to talk about then I think is the correct time to really sort of talk about my character, talk about the film, talk about the world. Now that the trailer is also out and everybody's had a glimpse of what the film looks like, so I think the excitement level is even more palpable, as they say.
Well, you must have had to really been very strict with the fans for sure, and you would have had to be very stone-hearted to not give them any updates, because I know they've been really pestering you for updates for a year, ever since there was speculated that you might join it. I know you've been bombarded with queries, not just the media, but especially Ajith fans.
Yes, absolutely. And to be honest, ever since I had my first meeting with Boni sir and the director at Vinod at Boni sir's office, when I went for the narration and then subsequently signed the film. I mean, from that day onwards, I've been super excited and I've been wanting to like just scream from rooftops and be like, "Hey, I'm part of like an Ajith Kumar film, and this is it, and this is what's happening." So of course, excitement बहुत ज़्यादा था, but one has to, control excitement, because I think in the larger interest of the film, one has to first, make the film and sort of finish the work that you set out to do. And we're very happy and very proud that this has been a long journey actually, almost 2 years, because of course we've been hit by the pandemic like everybody else, and a film of this size, of course, takes some time to make. Just given the scale of the film, the sheer scale of the film, but it's been a great fun joyride with the entire cast and crew, and everyone's been really nice and really sweet. And I think we have a good film on our hands.
It's looking like an action-packed joyride. I think you are throwing some mean punches there. So tell me about that. You had a Hollywood stunt choreographer. Is this the most action we're going to see Huma do on screen yet?
Well, we honestly speaking, I think the film has just the kind of action that you've never seen in an Indian film before. The action is quite phenomenal. I mean, whoever is close to the film and has sort of had a glimpse of the film, I mean, just keep saying this, that India has not seen this kind of an action and this scale of an action. So really, I think and I think Ajit sir, of course, is known to do action, and he has this image and he loves bikes and all of that. But I feel even for him, I think what he has done is really special, and he's really sort of outdone himself. There was a very important sequence in the film that from the very beginning, I think was conceived to have been shot abroad, Spain or one of those countries, and because of the pandemic, we could not go and shoot that. And finally, we managed to go to Russia and shoot that sequence, and it's a very beautiful sequence that I think once you see, like, you'll be completely blown away. And we all know, we all are familiar with Ajit sir's love for bikes, but I think what you see in this film is going to be next level, absolutely.
I know you've piqued my curiosity for sure, Huma. Of course, we know Ajit is a total motorhead. He loves his bikes. He's great at action. How is it to star with somebody who has such a superstar quality about him? And what about him surprised you the most?
To work with Ajit sir really has been a dream come true. I think for everybody, he's sort of like the gold standard in that sense. And of course, I always was familiar with his work and what a big star he is and how good he is, and but when you really work with him is when you really understand just how amazing he is. I mean, of course, apart from the fact that he's this huge superstar, he's just a simple, warm, nice, kind co-star, one of the nicest people I've ever, worked with, a thorough gentleman. If a lady, not just an actress or whatever, not just me, but anybody would walk up, he'll always get up, offer them a chair. He'll not sit till all his co-stars have a place to sit, or if he's having a cup of coffee or something, he'll always just the sheer pull, and the way he does it is it's so, I can't even tell you, like he's just so polite. And I remember meeting his wife Shalini ma'am, and I was, I, of course, she'd come on set one day, and I said, I love your work, I love Ajit sir's work, you both are amazing together, and like, but he's such a gentleman, and all of that. And she said something very sweet, and I hope she doesn't mind I'm sharing this with you, but I thought it was so endearing. And she said, Huma, I've been married to him for so many years now, and people, wives always complain that, now my husband has changed after so many years of marriage, but he's still the same. And I thought that was amazing, and I, in these last 2 years, whenever I've interacted with him, he's always been warm. He's always been kind. He's always thought about everyone else on set and their comfort, and whether they believe they're doing their best work. And even though when things were difficult and hard, he led from the front, like a true leader, and he truly, like, sort of kept all of us together and kept the morale high. And he told our producer Boni sir also, come on, let's shoot. We'll make sure we'll do it in a good, safe way, but we have to finish the film, and we will. And he did. So I'm just grateful to my producer Tony sir and Ajit sir for making me part of this beautiful, beautiful film and beautiful experience for them.
Thank you so much for speaking from your heart, Huma. And I love that story that you shared, because not only am I a fan of Ajit, but also of Shalini's. And it is just lovely to hear that about the two of them. They really are a golden couple. And you are taking over Tamil cinema, I have to say. First, you star with Rajnikant. Then you come in and you do a movie with Ajith Kumar. What's going to be next? Who's the next Tamil superstar I'm going to see you star alongside?
I don't know. Maybe I should just retire while I'm at the top.
No, don't say that. But did you say I said alongside? Because you've always had a lot of gravitas to your role, even in Kala, and here as well, you're fighting alongside Ajit. But is there a romantic angle, I wonder?
No, there isn't a romantic angle. In fact, when we started out, the romantic angle was there. I mean, I'm playing a cop, in the film. So initially, there was supposed to be a romantic track between both of them. But then, as the journey of this film progressed, and also we were hit by the pandemic, and I don't want to go into specifics of what those complications were, because I'm sure every film set, faced them. Like some of the most senior actors, because of health reasons or whatever, could not be part of it. So many things had to be shuffled around, scenes had to be changed, all of that. So we decided that we should not have the director decided that we should not have the romantic track, and I was on board with that from the beginning, because I felt like perhaps this was in some ways a better change and a fresher change. Most often, the lead pair are sort of paired opposite each other romantically. But why can't we have like two people, working together with great fondness, and I think somewhere maybe it makes their relationship far more beautiful. It makes my character far more stronger. So I think in fact it all turned out for the betterment of the film and the betterment of the story.
Well, now that you're telling me something about the story, you play a cop. So can you tell us something more about it? Because there's so much curiosity around it. What more can you tell us about the plot?
That I'm playing a cop. I'm super excited to be working with
Beat me at my own game. All right.
I'm wearing sunglasses.
Okay. Yes.
I'm wearing a blue shirt.
We've analyzed that trailer. We've seen it. We've analyzed all of that. And I'm sure you've experienced that, right? What are the reactions that have been coming in? Because every frame, I'm sure the fans have been combing through for more clues.
Fans have been, suddenly I get all these like updates on like YouTubers, everyone just like dissecting the whole trailer and the various promos that are out there with each look and each picture. The excitement level is just going up. All I just want to say, guys, is that this is just the tip of the iceberg. You are really in for like a very special treat. And I think, Ajit sir, like I've said this before, but like I think what he's done in this film, everyone will be blown away. I mean, and I know like, people know him from his films before, and like Vivekam and Billa and, all the other big films he's been a part of. But I feel this is something really, really special. Very, very special.
Well, the team earlier, that's director Vinod, producer Boni Kapoor, and Ajit have already delivered Ner Konda Parve, which was
Yes.
a fantastic film, and they've come together on board and you joined them along. So what did you feel about working with the three of them?
I mean, honestly, it's a winning combination. You don't change a winning combination, and they've of course delivered before with Neer Konda Parvai, and it was a phenomenal film. And of course, but the director again, like it was a remake, but he completely owned it, and he made something so much more than even the original. Which is not something you see very often. And even over here, I think our director, Mr. Ashwin, was completely in control of his craft. He was completely in control of the storyline. There were points where, because I was shooting this film and so much travel back and forth, so I would lose perspective, but he was always very clear about his vision, about how he wanted the action sequences to be, the scale, all of that. And of course, you always cannot make a film without a strong producer. And it's been an absolute pleasure to work with Boni sir. He's been a real champion in that sense. He's sort of always been there for me, for everybody else on set. And वो बोलते हैं ना मतलब he sort of he loves films. He loves films so much, so he doesn't mind spending on them because he really feels like the vision that he has, it has to justify. And I love that, about working with him. So it's been really wonderful working with him and his entire team. They've been really lovely. And of course, Ajit sir ki to main matlab jitni तारीफ करूं कम hai. He's been a true leader. He has stood by the film in some very difficult times. He's really seen it through, and now it's coming out in theaters. And I think it's because of how it was always meant to be. And I think he his love for the work that he does, I think is, I mean, I've seen it in action, in like close proximity, and I've been completely, like, I've learned so much by just watching him work. And with the kind of dedication he has. And it's really something else. One day he was rehearsing for like a bike sequence, and he sort of fell and he had a bit of a gash, but he just immediately got up and he was like, no, 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 I'm fine, don't worry about it, don't make a fuss or whatever. And he was back again on the bike, and I was like, wow, like, I can't imagine anyone else like not maybe taking the day off or something. And I think that's just his sheer commitment and focus,
Well,
towards.
yes, because we know he's very professional, but with every anecdote that we hear, we're just even more surprised, and he manages to surpass all expectations. And speaking of surpassing expectations, Huma, you've had Mithya, you've had Valimai, you have Valimai coming up, and also for the few of you who don't know, she also has a song appearance in Gangubai, which is releasing on the 25th. Valimai is on the 24th, so literally back to back, huh?
What can I say? God's been really kind. Yeah, I've just been working the last couple of years, and I think everything is just coming out now. I didn't plan it this way, but I guess it's happening, and I'm not complaining.
Neither are we. We're looking forward to everything that you have to offer. Thank you so much, Huma. An absolute pleasure connecting with you. Best of luck for Valimai.
Thank you so much, darling. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.